What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the video. It's your boy NAKAT. I'm here to talk about 2's tier list in Multiversus. In the current meta, this is going to be pre-Evo, so of course, I will still rank the Iron Giant and LeBron. However, just know that they aren't legal at Evo coming up next week, so you won't be seeing them in the competition, but I do want to weigh in kind of on how they are impacting the meta as well. And I'm just going to get right into it. No need for the formal introductions. I want to talk about Bugs Bunny. I already have him set as best in the game, and I'm actually making an entirely separate video on why I think this character is too good, way better than the rest of the cast, and what do I think should be done about him, because maybe it's not quite obvious, but Bugs has been actually going on a tear in this current meta. That character is insane, but I do think that he is able to be paired with almost anybody in the game, and I think what lends to a character, I want to say, being a good pick in 2s or just being strong overall, is the fact that how do they mesh with most of the cast? Can you get away with pairing this character with X character, right? And with Bugs Bunny, and I'm looking at the rest of the roster, the way his kit works, how you're able to combo out of it, whether it be you or your partner comboing off of you, your ability to kill, to chase, to recover, to play safe, to be evasive, and then even, of course, building a tunnel in-game that your partner can use, I think lends to just so many good strengths and aspects to what a character can present in a fighting game, whether it be 1s or 2s. I think Bugs is a solidified, solid, the best in the game. Better than Finn, who I actually want to drag up now into very strong picks. Finn got nerfed, right? But despite the nerf, Finn is actually still pretty much one of the best characters in the game. Has relatively good kill power. He's very hard to hit due to his size and stature. He's able to kill off the top. He's able to hit you diagonally at a weird angle off stage, so you like die at the bottom blast zone. He just has a lot of utility, even with his speed. Again, not only making him evasive, but allowing Finns to play aggressive and be rewarded for it. It's very hard to contest this character at times because his frame data is so fast. So, of course, nobody's surprised by that, because from what I'm seeing is most of the community thinks Finn is godlike anyway. So good on you guys for having a good eye. So let's actually get into the rest of the roster and see what we can find here. In terms of 2s, I think Raindog is a very strong pick still. Raindog just being able to consistently assist his opponent, and what it feels like now is that Raindog actually could scrap a bit more. It seems like up-close Raindog gameplay has gotten a lot better, so even if you do catch him, you end up taking a lot of damage. Now, what helps is the fact that he's so big that he becomes combo food. So genuinely, I am happy about that. But just when it comes to his overall utility as a partner, not only saving your partner if they're about to die, you can just bring them right back to you, but just the simple fact that you can fight up close while also maintaining space and applying pressure consistently through the match, it's always made Raindog pretty much a go-to support in like the meta of Multiversus currently. So I think Raindog is a very strong pick in the game. That ass, like I just think he's solid. I think he's really good. So no foul at all. Up next, I'm actually gonna go into Batman. Batman was one of the worst characters, guys. The worst characters in the game. And I feel like in a game like this, especially with a property as Batman, I mean, Batman is one of the iconic characters of the DC universe. You would want that character to be good, and the devs did just that. PFG actually buffed the hell out of this character, pretty much across the board, and now I think Batman is in a standard place where people see him as like a very strong pick. And not only that, like when I'm looking at the leaderboards, I'm seeing a ton of Batman representation. It's kind of shifted, obviously, because the leaderboard's still going up and down and up and down, but you'll still see him in there. And so Batman being very slippery, he's hard to fight in neutral, and his combo game, just overall kill power as well, got a lot. Everything flows together and meshes how it should. And I want to say his grapple hook is freaking crazy. Like him getting out of disadvantage, and not only that, being aggressive and comboing off of grapple, I feel like should have always been a thing, but it feels just so much better this time around. And I can see why a lot of players are actually gravitating towards Batman. Funny enough, When it comes to people that I've realized switch their mains, I'm seeing more Bugs Bunny and Batman than anything, than who they used to play. So very interesting tidbit there. I think in teams, and this is weird to me because personally I think Arya is a strong pick in teams because of just how she's able to control space and control chaos, right? When you're fighting an Arya, you and your partner know, okay, if Arya wins a neutral exchange against my partner, I have to drop what I'm doing to save them because they might get killed off the top. The thing is, right, she's a setup character. So without a setup type partner, it's very difficult to get this character going because she dies early and she can be smothered. However, when she does have that setup-esque partner on her team, shit goes crazy. Because if you watch Mirror Man and Rose J, like I said before, Bugs Bunny is exceptional at setting up combo situations for his partner. With a setup character like this, you want to find ways to actually combo and kill people without necessarily needing to have a dagger implanted on them. You knock them up, float to dagger, hit them upward, and then kill them off the top. If people can set up that situation for you so you can be preemptively in the spot where they're going to fly after getting hit, so you don't even just need the dagger to set up for kills, then like, it's godlike. So the thing is, even though I think she's a very strong pick, I'll actually put her in good because I think that it is very dependent on what character composition you are playing with, and that's pretty much the hard part. I think this character is exceptional with Bugs Bunny, but I think this character can fall flat while teaming with someone like Taz. Speaking of Taz, help him out. He got nerfed. It was a good thing overall, despite there being a counterplay. But, you know, the player base was not feeling him, especially with that side B. And they want Tornado to still be good. But the thing is, he kind of got bodied. So, because of that, I just don't see him being that successful anymore. And until they pretty much buff his other moves. Once they buff his other moves, I think then we could get it cracking, and then things will actually seem to flow better for Taz. But I definitely think he needs help right now. I can't even call him a good character at the moment. I think Wonder Woman traditionally will always be a strong pick. Her kit just screams team straight up. Like, her kit is so well-rounded, especially even just by herself where she's able to fend off enemies, that it's hard to be like, yeah, nah, she's just good or she's the best in the game. She's just an overall solid pick. Has the ability to, you know, spawn armor for herself and her partner, of course, with the offstage pressure of Lasso. And just being able to edgeguard and also kill vertically, there isn't too much more you'd want from a character. I know some people complain, oh, her moves take a while to come out. That means your spacing needs to be on point, and also you need to be very confident in when you want to actually swing at someone, because you have to preemptively buffer that move just so you can actually hit them. But other than that, I think her neutral aerial attack also controls a lot of space, and it has the ability to multi-hit, so you can end up comboing someone into the rest of your kit. She's just a very overall solid character. I can't call bullshit on anything. Of course, you're going to be like, NAKAT, you main her, you're being biased. But honestly, when I look at Wonder Woman, I really do see a fairly created, balanced character. But I already know what I'm going to get in the comment section. Bias, bias, bias. So, yeah, I'm prepared for it. I think Steven Universe is going to be one of the strongest doubles characters. I'm actually calling it now. I think as players get better as him and his meta continues to develop, I think he's going to be nuts. I think he can surpass a lot of the characters in front of him as well. I think Steven... So, the way I look at this, right, is in platform fighters. Just hear the name itself, a platform fighter. When you put a character in a platform fighter that can create platforms, that can build things, create obstacles, that also are interactive with, so you can combo off of them and everything, it makes me believe, like, wow, this is a very broken mechanic. Steven can do just that. And the fact that it's so strong, and the fact that it allows him and his partner to combo off those walls for extra damage, of course, utilize them in so many different ways, just off of utility alone, not just his kill power, off of utility alone, Steven is a very, very strong pick. And he's not played that much because I actually think, despite anything, he's not that easy to succeed with, and it does take a lot of practice. So, I think that this character has a lot going for him, and I can't wait to actually see how he further develops in the 2's meta. I think he's a very strong pick currently. I think Garnet actually needs, you know what? I won't even put her in good. I actually think she needs help. I think she went under the radar in the last patch. Like, straight up, last build, she went under the radar. She was nuts. And so right now, where they kind of like toned her down a little bit, I kind of think that she needs help. Like, I think that all the other bruisers and tanks at the moment, at least like not Taz though, not Taz, but most of the tanks and most of the other bruisers pretty much outclass her in regards to just overall utility and performance. And because of that, I don't see why someone would pick her over someone like Superman, over someone like Wonder Woman, Batman. Jake even actually I think is a better character than her currently. I had Jake as like the worst character in the game at one point, but I actually think Jake is much more solid than her at this point in terms of utility, stage presence, kill power, overall. And like, she hits hard, but I kind of see this thing where, especially because she has to, so if she wants to kill, right, let's say like outside of her aerials, she has to commit to a rapid jab where she slams her fists on the ground, which deals the killing blow at times. To me, this is very easy to avoid, and not only avoid, just bait out entirely. So if you actually have experience versus her, she tends to fall off very fast. And so I think she needs help. I think she needs a good set of buffs to make her relevant in the meta again, because this is also a character I just rarely see ever, like ever. Because again, I don't see why you would play her over any of the characters that are above her currently at this time. I think Soups is not good. I think Soups is great. I think Soups has gotten so much better. I was watching the tournament the other week, and I was just like, damn, it's the Justice League. I was like, yo, these Superman players are popping off. Superman not only, of course, has the survivability of a tank, but he also has the ability to pretty much edge guard people off the sides. You can actually grab people, especially out of hit stun. Your partner launches them up. If you're already near the blast zone and you grab them, stare at your opponent, look into their soul, and then throw their ass to the top blast zone, you send the message. But having follow-ups like that, in my opinion, is such a strong thing to have as a character. And honestly, I think Superman can only continue to get better and develop. He does have some matchups where it's just like, oh shit, I can't do any, well, not I can't do anything, but this is difficult to get in because he's so big. But I do think that's where your partner needs to come in. I think he is a very strong character right now, just off of the way he's able to kill alone. And I think that buff to the ice breath was super significant, because now I'm seeing Superman kill. And literally, I believe I saw Superman freeze someone, charge his up normal attack, and killed him at 39. Hit him at 39, and he died off the top. If that ain't broken, I don't know what to tell you. But just even being trapped in ice and letting your partner pretty much wild out on someone while they can't move is pretty much good in itself. I think Harley Quinn has kind of fell from grace a bit. She was a problematic character before all these other builds, and I feel like she's not, so I would put her here. I don't think she's even far off from a very strong pick, but I don't see much Harley Quinn succeeding at all anymore. And a lot of her player base is actually, well, her top player base has pretty much abandoned her at this point, oddly enough. I think it might be a little bit over-exaggerated with how nerfed she got, because I still think she's actually a pretty damn good character. She's just not batshit like she was before. It's pretty much like when people are like, oh my god, man, Cloud sucks, and like, no, they just made him a fair character. Sorry. LeBron James. So I'm going to put him here. I'm going to put him in good, because I think he's good in 2s. He hasn't been out long enough for me to be like, yo, he's so strong, man, because I'm not going to lie, like, the LeBrons that I run into, they get folded. Me and Void just body them. But when we play LeBron, we see the potential, and I think that this character has so much more room to grow. He could actually be a sleeper strong pick, but I just don't want to put him there yet, because I'm not basing it off of hype. Like, yeah, I'm excited that he's in the game, but I don't want to base it off the hype. He could actually end up needing some buffs to make him a little bit more cheesy, because a lot of the characters above him have more going for them than he does at the moment in teams. But I do think with his kit definitely being centralized around the duo format as well, I think he only has room to get better, and his item play also leaves more potential for him to get better as well. Tom and Jerry, of course. Tom and freaking Jerry. Let me actually go ahead and move them up there. I think Tom and Jerry is nuts. Dead ass. I think that character is crazy. And so he has the ability to scrap with you up close, the ability to zone you, the ability to edge guard you, the ability to kill you off the top, the ability to kill you off the side. There is almost nothing that this character can't do, to the point where I do actually think he's top 3 in the game, period. In some ways, he might actually end up being above Finn. But I think in terms of everything this character has to offer, there is a reason why you see him performing so well. But I do think that because of how technical the character is, you don't actually see too many Tom and Jerry's, let alone really good Tom and Jerry players. But if it ain't obvious, guys, Tom and Jerry is a problem. That character is godlike. Actually godlike in terms of kill power, combo ability, utility, approach options, you name it, Tom and Jerry have it. Up next, I'm going to talk about the Giant. I know what you're thinking, but NAKAT, there's Giants that are kind of popping off. That's fine. Let me explain. I have the Giant in this place, right? I put him in help him kinda. I have him like between good and help him kinda. Because when things are going well, I do think the Giant is good. I don't think he's very strong. I just think he's good. But as players continue to get better, they'll understand that they can camp out bolts. They can bait him into using bolts and then camp it out. And other than that, you and your partner just jump him. There has not been one game where Void and I are like, yo, we're just not going to fight the Giant. We jump him straight up to the point where he can't play the game, and then we kill him. And then we rinse and repeat the cycle. And sometimes the partner trying to get in and help also ends up getting jumped. And if we are separated, then we just solo combo the Giant ourselves. So because of that, I think when you have players that are not only good at combo game, but are good at taking advantage of the fact that he's so damn big that you can kind of just dismiss his partner, and if the partner tries to come in, you try to integrate them into the combo, there's not much he has left to offer. And so I think that when things are going great, he's pretty good. But when things are going bad, God, he needs help. And honestly, with a character this size, is bound to happen. It's a very difficult character to balance and make relevant, especially like I can't even call him a heavy anymore. I think Multiversus made a whole new like classification of a character. He's pretty much just colossal. And I think as colossal characters start to come more and more, if they do come, the biggest thing is always going to be, how do we make this character able to play the game? Because in platform fighters, especially like disadvantaged state, being above people or just being big in general, you are asking to be put in a highlight reel. Straight up. Up next, I'm going to talk about Shaggy. I think Shaggy's pretty good. I actually move him up here. I think Shaggy's buffs have been pretty consistent, like in helping him become a more relevant character this time around. I think he's way better than he was before, but I still don't put him above some of the other characters right there. Like in my opinion, right, I could see Arya being here, but she's so centered around a character she's playing with that I think it's hard to just put her in very strong picks because she can't mesh well with like just about anybody. When I look at these other characters, there's a lot of characters that they can just mesh with straight up. So just keep that in mind. And I think Shaggy is a character that actually can mesh with a lot of characters, but just overall, he still doesn't have enough cheddar that he needs to be considered a very strong pick in my opinion, but he's damn near getting there and he's getting closer. And lastly, I think Velma's a very strong pick. In twos, Velma's utility in terms of being a support rivals Rain Dog's. Straight up to the point where I would actually kind of move Rain Dog down a couple spots, and I would put both of these characters here. I actually think Velma is a better support than Rain Dog just because of her overall, again, utility, what she can do, how she can slow you, and she has a damn combo game. She can actually box you the fuck up. She still has the speech text boxes that follow you around, which control a lot of pressure or a lot of fast and force teams to burn their resources to try to avoid. She's scary. She's definitely scary. And while she may have fallen from grace since she got, like, you know, patched up a bit, she's still an extremely strong pick. Do not sleep on Velma. Chase her as much as you can. Do not let her set up. Do not let her not interact on the other side of the screen. I don't know how people have fun playing that character, but to each their own, right? Now, in the waiting room, we got Morty and Rick, so I don't have much to say about them. Looking forward to them whenever they come out. But overall, y'all, this is my twos tier list. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I greatly appreciate it. If you agree, let me know in the comment section below. If you disagree, let me know in the comment section below and tell me why. And of course, guys, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Your boy is trying to hit 25K on YouTube. And then we continue on to the 50K. And then we continue up to the 100K mark. And this is only possible with the support of you guys watching. This is NAKAT. Much love. Greatly appreciate the support. Take it easy. Peace out. Deuces.